He's considered one of the best pitchers in baseball, yet on Monday night the Twins made facing him look like batting practice. Let's take a quick look at what went wrong for Red Sox ace and the man that many, myself included, predicted to be this year's AL Cy Young Award winner, Garrett Crochet. While I theorized that Crochet's trouble on this night started during his warm-up in the pen, things didn't look horrible for him when it came to facing the first Twins batter of the night, Byron Buxton. Garrett worked the righty inside with back-to-back inside four-seamers at his usual velocity, with the second inducing a flyout to center. Next up was Austin Martin, and Crochet again stuck with his heater, but Martin did a good job to turn the inside offering around for a double. Not an ideal outcome for Crochet, but again, not a terrible pitch. Some of Garrett's challenges on this night started to become apparent while facing the third Twins hitter of the game, Luke Keeschel. After opening things up with a cutter that caught way too much at the plate, Crochet turned to his sweeper, a wild offering that suggested that Garrett may not have a great feel for it. He would then throw a non-competitive cutter before going back to his sweeper, which Luke managed to keep fair for a double, worsening the .300 average opponents had against it coming into this outing. The at-bat of the inning goes to the Twins' cleanup hitter Ryan Jeffers, who worked an 8-pitch at-bat against a frustrated Crochet, eventually keeping an inside cutter fair for an RBI single. But beyond the hit, not only did Crochet continue to struggle with the command of his cutter and sweeper, but his first changeup of the night was also non-competitive. That change would be the only one that he would throw over his entire 55-pitch outing, which in an outing that goes as bad as this one, clearly suggests that it more than any other is the pitch Garrett felt the least comfortable turning to. It was against Josh Bell that Garrett finally threw his first sinker of the night, the pitch that through his first 3 starts had great strike-to-ball life and generated a 30.4% whiff. Him waiting until the 16th pitch of the game suggested once again he likely didn't have a great feel for it in the pen, and where all 3 of the ones he threw to Bell landed certainly supported that. And it extended beyond that plate appearance as Crochet threw another non-competitive one to Caratini before throwing it as a middle cookie on 3-0, and then hit lefty Matt Wallner with it to load the bases. Garrett would throw his first good sinker of the night on the 3rd pitch to induce a grounder from Brooks Lee that, despite a valiant effort from Trevor Story, allowed the Twins to cash 2 more, before Kreidler popped out to end the inning. So through 1 inning of work, Crochet surrendered 4 runs on 4 hits, but from a pitching arsenal perspective showed the Twins that he had no feel for his changeup and no command with his sinker, sweeper, or cutter, leaving him with just 1 working pitch, at least for now, his 4-seam fastball. In the second, after getting away with his second middle cookie sinker of the game, Buxton singled on a fastball. Crochet then walked Martin on 6 pitches before walking Keeschel on 4 straight. A 10-pitch sequence that included 4 more non-competitive cutters and 4 ugly sinkers that all had one thing in common. They didn't sink. Garrett, a guy who typically has 4 or 5 weapons at his disposal on any given night, officially had nothing working for him, and the Twins made him pay. Jeffers would single on a middle cutter, Bell would hammer a sinker to right center for a double, and Caratini would crush a cutter to left, extending the Twins' lead to 10-0. Hoping to at least get a bit more length from his ace, Alex Cora would stick with Crochet, but after getting a ground out and flyout, Kreidler would blast another one, even further than Caratini to left, this one a 92.7 mph fastball, over 3 mph slower than Crochet's average, officially ending his night. If this was just one bad night, he'll be fine. But if this command issue sticks around, it's something to watch. For more content like this, be sure to subscribe and watch my video on the AL pitcher that is flat out unhittable right now.